in 2018 and became the highest paid player in the Prem. He'd averaged almost 1 goal every 2 games for the Gunners, but in his 45 games for Man United, he only managed 5 goals. Not what you want from a star striker. Next up, Radamel Falcao. He earned himself the nickname the Tiger for his sheer efficiency and the way he used to pounce upon the mistakes of defenders. But at Man United, he was way more pussycat than Tiger, to be honest. All he managed in 29 Man United games was 4 goals. Moving on, things couldn't have gone much worse for Jadon Sancho at Man United. Yeah, it would have been hard to outdo his Borussia Dortmund form, but 12 goals in 83 games is not great. Things got worse after a public fallout with manager Erik ten Hag. Sancho said he was being made a scapegoat. Ten Hag said there'd been a discipline issue. It all ended up with Sancho going back to Germany. Next, Erik ten Hag probably thought he was being smart in sticking to what he knew when he signed Antony from his former club Ajax. But the £86 million Brazilian hasn't really been able to hack it in the Prem. Chances are Antony's Man United days are numbered. Next, the curse of the Man United number 7 shirt. Not an easy act following Ronaldo, Cantona, Beckham and George Best, but Memphis Depay was another striker who was apparently allergic to scoring for United. He scored just 7 in 53 appearances, a huge letdown since he'd helped PSV win the Dutch league just a season before joining. Last one, Angel Di Maria was set to be United's landmark signing when he joined in 2014, but 1 season later he was already on his way out. 4 goals in 32 games was just not good enough, given he'd broken the British record transfer fee when he signed. And those are just a few examples. To be honest, the list could go on and on. Unfortunately, that's probably why Man United haven't won the Prem for a while, and why it might take a few more years before they're in contention again.
Good evening and welcome to the Sports Bar on talkSPORT. Jamie O'Hara and him over there, Jason Cundy.
Has anyone seen Alexander Isak? Johnny boys, what's happened to your main man? Can you me Isak? You're about to win a liver beating.
Oh dear, the transfer window slammed shut. What a day it's been on talkSPORT. Liverpool finally get their man, Alexander Isak from Newcastle, for 125 million quid. Not 150, 125. How you feeling, Newcastle fans? 03 717 22 33 44. The Reds move for Crystal Palace skipper Mark Gay, though. That collapsed in the 11th hour. We'll discuss that. How are you feeling about your moves today? Some big business has been done. Are you happy? 03 717 22 33 44. We'll also talk a bit of Arsenal, a bit of City, Spurs all beaten at the weekend. Can't do the show without you. Sports Bar on talkSPORT. Woo!
Wow. Wow.
Hello, mate. How are you?
Wow, what a transfer window this has been.
It has been.
Thank God it's shut, but wow.
It's been a transfer
I'm all right, mate. How are you?
Deadline day madness.
Honestly, you've got off the hook, haven't you?
What do you mean?
Your mob.
What happened?
What do you mean, what happened?
What are you on about?
No, what do you mean, what happened? Right? Your mob. Tell you what, North London's got away with murder tonight.
Good team, Bournemouth. Good team, mate. Good team.
North London.
Solid.
What is going on in North London, mate? North London forever. Do me a favour. Honestly. The pretenders. Always pretending up North London. Aren't yous? Always, whether it be white or red, always pretending. Oh, it's our year. We're going... No, it's not.
Oh, do me a
Honestly,
favour, mate. You played Fulham at the weekend. You're bang average.
Mate, listen.
Let's not get carried away.
Have a look at the table. Who's second?
We're fourth. I'll take that.
You're fourth. You're false.
I will take fourth.
Mate, that's a bad... Listen, don't care when it says... It's a bad defeat that
Don't know what you're
weekend.
on about. Don't know what you're on about.
Getting your pants pulled down. And by the way, getting pants down and having your backside tickled and spanked at the same time. Terrible result. Let's talk transfers, mate.
Let's talk transfers, mate. It's been a big day, huge day. And it's been a crazy one because a lot of movement. Alexander Isak, the move has happened. Yeah. It's been confirmed. It's a done deal. All them Newcastle fans, how are they feeling? Are they glad the saga is over? Or do you think they're going to be sitting there, seething? They got 125 million quid for him.
It's good.
People saying 150. I ain't going. He's not going. We're integrating back in the team. He's gone. It's done.
I know. Listen, football fans are hilarious, right? And I'm one of them. I'm not criticising them, but we always think, I remember Newcastle fans, that'll buy his right leg. No, it won't. It's not, right? We know how the industry works. We all know how the industry works. And it's like having a house. We all think the house is worth more. When the valuer comes around, he goes, it's come to value it. And you go, God, I was hoping for a little bit more than that. It's not quite... Truth is, there's always a price. There's always a value. And Liverpool... There was enough disruption. Isak made his point perfectly clear. I feel for Eddie Howe. I do feel for the fans because it's not their fault. They're caught up in this as well. The truth is, this is the best outcome for everyone. Make no mistake about this, matey. This is the best outcome. Newcastle get double what they paid.
Yeah.
He's a brilliant footballer, but you doubled your money, right? And what more could they have hoped for? What, another 15 million maybe? I mean, what's the point? What is the point of having someone at your football club that could derail the rest of your season? They come to the right decision. The owners come to the right decision. Eddie Howe would have known all along that this was probably going to happen. I suggested when this first happened, the best result for everyone is that he moves and that everyone moves on. It's football. It's business. Sometimes the money, the financial side of football is an ugly side. You and I have been on the inside of that, and we know what it's like to be treated badly by a club and what it's like to be loved by a club. It's a horrible side. It's the best result. Honestly, everyone comes out winning. Liverpool get their man. They paid... Come on. It's a British transfer record. They've had to go there, Liverpool.
Yeah.
They've had to go there to get their man, right? So they've not got him on the cheap. I don't care what any Newcastle fan says. He ain't cheap.
No.
He paid top dollar. You might value 150, 100. It's not your valuation. You don't own him. You're just a fan, right? And I think the best result for everyone. Newcastle move on with your season. Forget about it. Move on. You get booed. All of that sort of shizzle. Liverpool get their man. They're gonna be take some stopping this season. Liverpool.
Yeah.
Right. Defensively though, we're talking about Gehi.
Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting because they ain't been great, Liverpool. I think what anyone says, right? Going forward, though, they could blow you out.
The Mark Gahey one, he was meant to move. It collapsed in the 11th hour. Apparently, Oliver Glasner reportedly threatened to walk if his captain was sold on deadline day.
So I don't know whether I believe that. And I'll tell you why. This has been going on for some time. And the fact, if we're led to believe what we've been told, right, is that he was allowed to speak to everyone and have a medical.
Yeah.
Well, if that was true about Glasner, why would they have allowed... He would have said this...
Well, I think maybe it's the centre-half was lined up to come in and it didn't happen.
Right, so you're saying, if we don't get a replacement, I walk.
Well...
If they don't get a replacement, then they can't sell him anyway. That's bad business. They gave 35 million for Mark Gahey. You might as well keep him for another year. You saw yesterday what the boys all about.
Oh, no,
right?
he's brilliant. Great. He would have been a great signing for Liverpool.
Yeah,
I think they needed him.
Well, look,
it's question mark whether they needed him more than Isak.
Well, I subscribe to that point of view. I think I've seen enough. Kanate actually played well yesterday, I thought.
He did play well.
Him and Van Dijk, I thought. They're not that. We'll talk about Gyökeres. Jeez. We'll talk about that in a second. But the opening two games, Liverpool looked a little bit vulnerable. If there was an area you looked at and go, if Liverpool want to go and be the very best they can, what area can be fixed or what area can be remedied? It did feel like Kanate... Defensive, they need covering there. He's injured now. He played well yesterday, I thought, Kanate. I thought that's his best performance of the season. Not hard, by the way, because he's been pretty bang average in the 2 games I've seen. Liverpool favourites. They've got their man. And now the window's shut, and now we can get on with the, start, kicking everyone around on the pitch, which is what we want to see.
That is, yeah. We'll see what's going to happen with Isak if he gets up to speed pretty quickly. But Newcastle fans, how are you feeling? Because he is gone. He has been your main man. You said you weren't going to sell him. You said you was going to integrate him back in. He is gone. Let's go to Derek. He's a Newcastle fan. Del?
All right, Del boy.
I'm glad he's gone. I was sitting at work this morning talking to one of the lads before we started work at Heathrow, and I said, look, I'll be going, this is over. Because it's been dragging on and on and on. I'm disappointed with the fans' attitude, that booing him and singing songs on Saturday, which I heard. We don't need to do that. We're bigger than that. Footballers come and go. I don't think we have to play anymore. My Shearers, my Gary Speeds, my Solonos, they've gone. I respect every player we've got as long as he gives it all. He's actually been brilliant. He wants to go. I think he's handled it really badly, but it's over and done with. I'm so relieved. I'm really chuffed a bit. It's finished.
Well, look,
the time is mad.
You got a British transfer record for him, and you've signed two centre forwards, which you desperately needed. So,
well, I think we're
in a way, it's not bad. It's not the worst.
Football's business, and Jason said it's an ugly side of the game. But fans are permanent, clubs are permanent, but players come and go. They're in one day, they're gone the next, and he's been brilliant. How to win a trophy, how to get what the side of the club that was missing, which we're doing really well. And I think he's handling it badly, really well as well. I thought he was doing a great job. He's kept his counsel. I think he was being seasoned inside. He's so striker, but that's football, and it goes on and on and on.
Yeah.
But we're two players for the price of one, really. So
he's had an absolute touch as well. He hasn't even got to go to St James's Park this season, really. We've already played him. He's got
you know what's going to happen, though, don't you?
You're going to get him in the FA Cup.
A bit of Carabao Cup action, a bit of FA. You know how football works.
I was just saying that, Jason, because it'll happen. Something will go wrong, and we could just scrape a win at maybe that
knockout stage of the Champions League.
Newcastle aren't getting.
Isak scores the winner.
Newcastle aren't getting there,
mate.
No, I'm only joking, Del boy. I think Del's right. I think it's a very balanced phone call. It must hurt and it must sting. Move on. Footballers come and go, mate. They do. You forget them after a couple of seasons. The problem they've got, Newcastle, now is that...
Couple of seasons? They forgot about you after 2 games.
I'm happy with that.
Yeah, it's a couple of seasons.
I'll take that.
Cundy's left. Who?
Take that. I'll take couple of seasons.
Cundy?
But the problem they've got now, Newcastle, is that he is plastered all over their greatest success in a generation. And he's very much part of that. So he is a Newcastle legend.
Is he a legend?
He is. Oh, no, he's... Oh, come on.
Oh, do me a favour.
Oh, come off it.
Do me a favour.
He is.
Don't be calling him a legend. Come on.
No.
If you think about Newcastle legends, you cannot put Alexander Isak.
Alexander Isak is a Newcastle legend for what he helped them achieve.
Do me a favour.
Jay, he's a Newcastle legend.
What are you on about?
Okay, name the legends.
Alan Shearer.
Fine, I'll give
Gary
you that.
Speed.
What
Faustino Asprilla.
did Asprilla win?
Mate.
What did he win them?
Come on.
Jay, he's a Newcastle legend. He is.
Steve Watson.
Good player, by the way.
Great player.
By the way, underrated him.
Philippe Albert.
Philippe Albert. Everyone knows it.
Come on.
No.
They're legends.
You can't put them in the same bracket.
What are you talking about?
He helped them win their first trophy in 60 years. Come on, Jay. That you have to go down legendary stuff. Okay, Newcastle fans, tell me. You tell me if he's not a legend. They'll tell you what. I know what they say because they hate him.
It's all paper nonsense.
No, it's not. It's not paper nonsense. He's a legend.
Oh, we need to get Pete on. We need to find Pete.
Oh, Pistol Pete.
Yeah, we need to get him on, see how he's feeling. He said it's paper nonsense. It ain't Pete. It's done. He's gone. Isak's gone. Jeez, don't be calling him a legend, though. I'm not having that.
Okay.
No, I'm not having that. I'm not having that.
In my eyes, it's like Trent for Liverpool. Is Trent a Liverpool legend?
Yeah, well, yes, he is. He come through the youth system. He's won every trophy there was possible to win there.
Okay.
So, yes,
okay.
he is.
Name me...
You can't be classed as a Newcastle legend when you've come in, you've done well, you've had a couple of good seasons.
He's won them their first trophy in a generation.
The Carabao Cup. It's the Carabao Cup.
What's that, Pete? Pete?
So many goals.
He scored some goals, but come on, calm yourself down.
Well, in my eyes, and I'm not a Newcastle fan, so they'll be able to tell me, if someone, the first time that they have won a trophy since, is it 1959? Was it 69? Whatever it is, and he is absolutely integral to win that trophy. Legend. Has to be. Let me ask you this then, right? Ask the Newcastle fans. Out of that team, who is a legend? I guarantee they give you a name, and I guarantee it ain't bigger than Isak.
Bruno Guimaraes.
Not bigger than Isak.
What?
Not what Isak did for that. Not to win the trophy. All right, go on then. Go on then.
You're winding me up.
I'm not winding you up, Jay.
You are.
Jay, 100% not winding you up. He has to go down in legendary status for Newcastle, and they're going to hate it because he's left them the way he has. Ask him.
All right, Newcastle fans, you can have your say in that. Loads to go at. Are you happy with the transfer window for your club? 03 717 22 33 44. You're listening to the Sports Bar on talkSPORT. Me, Jamie O'Hara, Jason Cundy. Going to be joined in the studio by talkSPORT's Ben Jacobs to round up all the latest transfer deals on deadline day. Been talking about Liverpool. They finally got their man, Alexander Isak, £125 million. Cundy just said he'll go down as a Newcastle legend. Newcastle fans, what do you make of that? 03 717 22 3344. We'll talk a bit of Arsenal as well. Gyökeres and their performance yesterday, but it's all about transfers. Let's go to Bobby. He's a Liverpool fan. All right, Bob?
All right, Blob.
Hello, mate. How are you?
I'm all right.
You all right?
Yeah, you good?
Yeah, good.
Happy?
Happy bunny. Liverpool fan.
I bet you
course.
are.
But do you know what? You get greedy, don't you? But I was like, oh my goodness, if we get Mark Gahey, oh my goodness, what a transfer window. But yeah, very happy. I'm, just looking at what we've signed. We've signed a young centre half, Leone. Obviously, we've got Frimpong through the door, Kirkes, which we wanted.
Yeah.
Verts, we got him, which we wanted. Ekatike, we wanted.
You're not going to sign him when you don't want, are you? So, I mean, there's no point in saying we wanted. No one's going to spend 100-odd million for something you don't want.
It normally
Chelsea do that, though, don't they?
No, we sign players we need and want, mate.
No, you sign players that
we
you
sell them. It's fine.
Sell on.
We move on. It's fine.
It normally doesn't go that way. You're normally looking at, we couldn't get first choice, so we got second choice.
Okay, fair enough.
We couldn't get third choice, we got fourth choice. Don't forget, we bought in a keeper last year. I can't quite say his name. Thank you for saying that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been an unbelievable transfer window. This is probably one of the best transfer windows I've ever seen.
Honestly, trust me, I'm a season ticket holder, and I've been going to game for 28 years. So I am very excited. And again, with the win yesterday, we weren't at full strength. Dominic Szoboszlai. I was thinking about it. How many leaders we've got on the pitch? Van Dijk's obviously captain for Liverpool. I believe he's captain for his country. Dominic Szoboszlai is captain for Hungary. He's got young Kirkes there. He can be a mentor for him. Mo Salah's a captain for Egypt. Verts is playing obviously for Germany.
It's a team of winners, a team of men, a team of champions. That's what it is. I mean, I can't see anyone getting anywhere near Liverpool. What I've seen so far. And things can change. It does look like it's going to be a brilliant season, but I don't think any. I mean, the fact that you've signed Alexander Isak, Florian Wirtz, and Ekatike.
Bobby, can I ask you a question, though, right?
Outrageous.
Can I ask you a question, right? I remember when Chelsea done this once, right? And you Liverpool fans were No. Bobby, I'm going to ask you the question, because I don't care about... I couldn't care what you spend, what Chelsea, Man City... I think Newcastle should be able to spend what they want, right? But I just want your thoughts on now. Is there any part you looking back that Chelsea, winning, Champions League, Premier Leagues, what City done? Anything to say on the way that spending went, looking back or not, or have you conveniently forgot that?
No, I've not conveniently forgot it. What I have remembered, is obviously what we brought in 190 million. We got a brand new kit deal, which was 60 million. We got 170 million for winning the Premier League. So I crunched the numbers before, and if I really try and obviously I'm not a financial expert, but when you crunch all these numbers with what Liverpool...
What you come up with, Bob?
A net spend of around 50 million.
No, right, okay. So you've done it on the cheap, have you?
Yeah.
You only spent 50 million?
Honestly, you're paying cash. There's no VAT added here, Bob. Is that what you're saying?
but with the prize money for winning the Premier League, what I love about Liverpool... and this journey to get here just hasn't been this transfer window. This has been since FSG came in. Yeah. We built a new stand, 2 new stands. We've come in with a new plan, a proper vision. This has took time. This just hasn't been a click of the fingers. I know Dominic clicked his fingers when he scored that free kick yesterday, but this hasn't been let's blink our eyes and hope for the best. This has been proper planning. This has been a proper vision.
All right, Bob.
Bob, it's the biggest transfer window ever in Premier League history, ever.
Yeah, I love it.
No, that's how I don't... No, Bob, but you know what? Listen, I'm all for it, mate. You're never going to get a complaint out of me. I can't. I'll be a hypocrite, right? I'll be a Chelsea fan, right? But I do find, right, isn't it amazing?
They're going to be unbearable, Liverpool fans.
Well, look, I don't care how much they spend. It doesn't bother me. Go and spend... Every club, in my opinion, should be able to spend what they want. BSR is a load of rubbish. It is. Look what Villa have had to do. Look what Newcastle have had to do, right?
I hear you.
It's a joke. Go and live and let live. Go and spend. You've got clubs like huge football clubs having to cut. Look, he's right. Bob's right. The reason Liverpool here is because of what the planning, how they've got it, and they're a massive, huge, one of the biggest clubs in world football, right? And they've earned the right to do this. But the hypocrisy of buying the league, buy what you can. Go and spend the money. I'm all for it.
Let's go to Andy. He's a Newcastle fan. Andy.
All right, Andy.
How you doing, Matt?
I'm all right. How you feeling?
Yeah, champion. I'm fine. I'm glad it's all over. Just a quick point on the Liverpool thing, by the way. Don't forget, the 2 transfer windows before now, they didn't spend much, did they?
No.
But that's by the by.
No, I agree with that. Yeah.
Isak didn't want to stay. We only want players who want to play for this club. And the only thing I'm slightly disappointed with, which I'm not sure about the financial implications, we should have had another dig for Strand Larsen, but we might be able to do that in January.
You signed 2 strikers.
Doesn't matter. We need 3. Don't forget, you got the Champions League. You got all.
You started the season with none.
Things like that. Yeah, but everybody starts with nothing. When you come out of your mother's, you know what, you start with nothing, don't you? Right? And you've got to build it up. You've got to build it up.
That's an analogy.
It's a bad analogy.
Newcastle United have not had 3 strikers for a long time.
You're not going to sign Larsen now, mate. You've signed Visser, you've signed Voltemada. You ain't going to. Strand Larsen's done.
I'm still dodgy about Visser because it's a very similar issue to Isak. But let me say something as well while we're on as well. I've got 2 quick points to make. Number one, when was the last time a player has been more or less sold twice, but is still at the same club? Mark Gahey has been nearly sold twice.
Yeah,
but he's still at Crystal Palace, and I say well done to him. I love the way.
What's been well done to him?
And Bournemouth play, and that's well done. He's he stuck to his guns, and well.
What do you mean? He was on his way to Liverpool. He'd done a medical. The deal collapsed. Yeah. Don't say well done to him. He wanted out of there. He was gone.
It wasn't completed because Palace couldn't get a replacement.
Exactly. So it's not well done to Mark Gahey, is it?
No, it's well done. It's well done to Palace as a club. It's well done to Oliver Glasner, who said, "I'm sticking to our guns," and I'm saying, if he goes, I go, and he's not gone, and that's the end of the story on that one. And I say, well done.
Here's a question for you, Andy. Here's a question for you. Isak, is he a legend at Newcastle?
He's special. He's not. He's special. You might demean the level of the cup that we won, but
no one's demeaning it.
At the end of the day, we won the Carabao Cup. It's a trophy at the end of the day, and even if we hadn't made Champions League, it would have got us into Europe. And he was the one that got the second goal.
So is he a legend? Would you call him a legend?
You've got to remember what he did for the club before he left. Okay, behaviour terrible.
He scored so many goals.
He's got to go.
No one's demeaning, Andy, no one's demeaning what you won at all. No one's demeaning that at all. We're saying, I'm saying that he has to have legendary status at Newcastle because of what he achieved, what he did for the first time, definitely in your lifetime. I don't know how old you are, but you certainly don't sound 60.
Well, I'm 57, mate.
Oh, you're close.
I'm 57.
Oh, wow, that was close. Just squeezed in.
Let me tell you something, mate. The way I behave, I'm 21 in here.
Ain't we all?
Cocktails every night,
Ain't we all?
I've got to say, whatever everybody says and how they ridicule it and things like that, the things he did for Newcastle United, and don't forget, I just want to ask you a question to see what you think, by the way.
Go on.
We signed Isak at 22. Nobody really knew him at the time.
I did.
And Eddie Howe's developed
Everyone
him.
did.
Now let me finish just for a minute. What do you reckon about this Voltemada? Is he in a similar position? I know he's a year older.
Well, we don't know, do we?
Position?
Well, don't know. You say people didn't know Isak. I mean, everyone knew Isak. I mean, everyone did know him. He was.
He had injuries. He had
some bad injuries.
Yes,
but he played. Was it the Euros or something?
He was.
Electric.
And then,
so, and then he got picked up a bad injury. But we'll see about Voltemada. I mean, look,
I
don't
know about him, by the way. I don't know. I've not seen enough. I saw enough of Isak.
Yeah.
And you don't.
I remember years. And this is genuine. I remember you talking about Isak and saying that he's a top.
I said the Chelsea
he got a bad injury. I don't know.
He did. He had a couple of injuries, and he never really delivered the numbers. If you look at his numbers before he got injured, they were excellent. But you don't spend 62 million or whatever it was Newcastle spent on someone no one knows about. That doesn't happen, right? Maybe it might not have been on everyone's radar. I saw enough of him, and I felt it was worth 62 million. I think around the time Chelsea was spending like 90 on Lukaku, around that, at that time he was on people's radar.
Any danger talking about what Man United have done, by the way? I mean, they're an absolute joke, aren't they?
He won at the weekend. We're having a pop at them.
Oh, I know, but I'm just
I
saying.
see.
I see a deal today. Like Anthony's gone to Real Betis, right, for 20 million. They paid 80 million for him.
Honestly, their business.
60 million pounds.
Manchester United, as a business, are the worst-run football club ever.
Like when I look,
Ever. They throw money away.
Sancho.
Do you know what?
Villa.
But that's why that's one of the reasons we're talking about this. That's one of the reasons I don't think they signed Martinez, because there's no residual value.
But there isn't with anyone that they sign. Anyone they sign, they never make any money.
But with Anthony, because of his age, he overpaid, right? Underperformed. That is a bad combo, right? Not every signing works. No, you can't
Martinez, they should have signed Martinez.
Yeah, but
they should have signed Martinez.
It's wages, mate. It's wages.
You say wages, Man United. They've taken a risk on another young goalie. They're in desperate need of a goalie, right? You can see the goalies ain't good enough. And you're going to tell me, residual value, they're signing a younger keeper. You never make any money as a Man United signing.
No.
They always lose money. But maybe so you might as well sign someone that you guarantee is going to come in and be a success.
You can't keep throwing money away. Jadon Sancho's another one.
I know, but
Anthony,
come on.
But Pogba, mate, they've been doing
paid £100 million for Paul Pogba. He was already at the football club. He left on a free, paid £100 million, and then left on a free again.
Anthony takes some beating, mate.
No,
space of time.
They are an absolute joke.
Their business sense is the big rat. Now the big rats come in, maybe things will change.
What are you talking about?
Maybe. Well, the big rat wasn't in charge when Anthony came.
I know, but it's outrageous stuff.
I know,
but people kick up the fuss, get £125 million for Isak. They've made £62 million on him.
Correct.
It's like you got to look at it. When you look at Man United, and you're playing the
United's business sense
£60 million on a player you've had for what, 2 seasons?
Can someone tell me when was the last time Manchester United made £30 million on a player? And I'm not talking about. No, not talking. It's a Garnacho, right? That's they paid 200,000 for him, right?
That is fact.
Is that
correct?
Yeah,
they have made money.
All right, okay.
About 2 days ago.
Right, 40 million.
Garnacho is probably the only one.
It's about 24 hours ago I got it wrong.
Apart from Garnacho.
But the point I'm making is to buy a player, right? Garnacho. But if you think about the Garnacho deal, right? 2 years ago, he would have gone for 70 million.
Yeah. Yeah, no. It's so bad they wanted him out the door.
And that. When have they made top money?
Top money.
It's not bad. It's not bad. 40 million, is it?
40 million.
That's 38.8 million. 39.8. Want more?
Oh dear.
But the point I'm making is, what was the last time they made serious money on a player?
Well,
where he's come in.
One player, but they don't make any money apart from obviously the Garnacho one. I get
Casemiro, right?
And
Casemiro signed for 60 million.
Yeah, it's outrageous.
He's on huge wages. He's going to walk next year on a free.
That's crazy.
Probably a Saudi.
All right, loads to go at. You can have your say. Give us a call. 03 717 22 3344. You are listening to the Sports Bar on talkSPORT. Me, Jamie O'Hara and Jason Cundy. Still to come, we're going to be joined by Ben Jacobs. He's running up the deadline day. We've been discussing the big news, though. Liverpool have got Isak, 125 million. It's fair to say that not all fans have always thought he'd go the way he has done.
But you have to sell. You have to sell, Peter. You're worth like billions, but you can't. You have to sell.
You don't have to sell this summer. It's all paper nonsense. You haven't got a clue.
Pete, we'll give you 50 million for him.
You haven't got a clue. We haven't got to sell this summer. And talkSPORT has been spouting that nonsense for months.
Poor Pete. Poor Pete.
Where is Pete?
Pete, Isak's gone. He's gone.
I know.
It's not paper talk. He's gone. 125. Done. See you later. All these people phone up. 150 million. He's worth 200 million. He's 150. That's it, yeah.
No, well, Jay, it's good business for Newcastle. I know it's not ideal because they lost a big player, but, you know, anything can happen. You know, God forbid. But, you know, you can have a player that's worth that and you turn down a huge amount of money for him in 12 months. His form might dip. He may have an injury. He might struggle to get back in the team. In terms of fitness-wise, might have a setback. Honestly, trust me, Newcastle fans, that's good business. It really is good business. The one thing I will say, though, signing this at 55 million at 29, I ain't convinced that is. Not totally convinced.
Desperate.
Not totally convinced long-term that is, unless he's like a Mo Salah, who's, I mean, physically wise, he don't look 29, right? Doesn't play like a 29-year-old, but he is 29. So there's a lot of residual value on that one.
Yeah, but they needed him.
There's credit. I think one of the best bit of businesses is what Brentford have done to get a year left in his contract, 55 million for a 29-year-old.
Yeah, but have they sold a player that keeps him in the league?
There is that. Yeah, that's a good point. There is definitely that. But he didn't want to be there. So players doesn't want to be there. 55 million for a 29-year-old. I think it feels good business right now.
Yeah. Let's go to Josh. He's a Spurs fan. All right, Josh?
All right, Joshua.
How you doing, mate? All right?
I'm all right, Josh. Are you?
Yeah, not too bad. I think we've had a cracking window, to be fair. I think our window's been really, really solid.
Do you think?
Yeah, I do, and I don't think Liverpool got the signing of the window either.
Go on.
I think for what we paid for him, I think Javi Simmons is definitely one of the best deals of the window. You've got a 22-year-old he's won three trophies in 2 different countries, has come through the Barcelona youth system, surrounded by some of the greatest minds in world football, and now he's at Tottenham. But never in a million years would I ever think that our chairman would have the audacity to go out and sign a player of that calibre, and I genuinely think he's a game changer.
I agree with that. I think that's fair.
He ain't better than it. Yeah, no, but he ain't better than this signing.
No, in terms of you're talking value.
I don't think it's a good deal for Liverpool. I think the team that got the better deal was Newcastle. 125 million quid, cash in.
No, but they're not. They're signing. We saw him last season, right?
Yeah, of course. I mean, there's no denying he's a great footballer.
I know, but we know he can do it in the Premier League. What's Simmons going to do? We don't know what Simmons going to do in the Premier League. You know, players coming from abroad, I think there needs to be a time to adjust, and I think Liverpool are buying ready-made.
And I get that, but I mean, I don't want to start going down a rabbit hole, but we all saw what happened when Fernando Torres was tearing it up for Liverpool and then went to Chelsea.
He had injuries,
fell hard.
It was different.
But the thing is, this is football. Anything could happen. Yeah. We don't know if Alexander Isak's going to hit the ground running. The chances are he probably will.
Yeah.
There's a high chance.
Who would you rather have in your team, Isak or Simmons?
Oh, Isak all day long. But the fact of the matter is, we ain't spending any. We haven't spent 125.
That's not your money, though, is it? I don't know what fans worry about. It's not your money.
It's what Tottenham have spent on Simmons for what you're getting for 51.8 million quid.
Yeah,
I think far excels what Liverpool have spent on his.
I mean, we got Moani in as well, which he's a PSG. He brought him in. He's a good player. He's all right.
But Spurs, though, have you forgotten that?
Oh, here we go.
No, but seriously, Josh.
Champions of Europe, mate.
No. Honestly, I've had enough of this. PSG would have something to say about that, no?
No, well, no, yeah, no.
Who's on the trophy?
PSG Champions League.
Who is on the European trophy right now?
PSG.
And?
Well, Club World Cup.
No, I didn't say Club World Cup. I said the European trophy. Who's on it?
Europa League.
Yeah, who's on it?
Spurs.
Okay.
Europa League.
So does that make us European champions?
No, it doesn't.
What does it make us then?
It makes Europa League winners.
Right,
Who are the kings of Europe?
Well, PSG are the kings of Europe.
That's it
They
then.
won the
That's
Champions
the-
League,
the
but
com-
we've won a
the com-
European trophy.
You've won a European trophy.
So it makes us European
No,
champions.
it doesn't make European champions. This is okay. Conference leagues. It makes us European champions. No, because we got a little bit more class than you Spurs fans, right? I'm not going to say.
Let me tell you
But
now,
we are now
if you-
World Club champions.
If you didn't win the Club World Cup, you would 100%
No chance, mate. I've got
come in here and say, European champions. European champions.
Do you know what, right? Because I know what it feels like, and I've lifted that trophy, I've held it. I know what it is to be a European champion, kings of Europe, right? So no, in answer to your question. Just wind your necks in, Spurs fans.
Absolute
honestly.
garbage. Josh, I know you say we've had a great window. Yeah, we lost Son. So he's out the door. You had to bring in a replacement. I get that. You know, Madison's out injured. I think we could have needed it. We could have done a couple more. A couple more players could have come in. We needed a left-sided centre half. Van der Ven gets injured.
That's why I've not said. That's why I've not said it's been a perfect window. I felt as if
We've done all right. We've done all right.
Yeah, it's not a 10 out of 10 window for me. It's a high, mid 7 to high 7 out of 10.
Yeah.
Just based on what I mean, it's not often we go out and we bring in 4.
Didn't you win the transfer window a couple of seasons ago?
Oh, shut up.
Didn't you win it?
What do you mean?
Didn't you win the transfer window? Seem to remember you. Jay was giving it big about we're back.
Spurs are back.
Transfer. Didn't you win the transfer window? Do you remember?
I can't remember what one it was, but we done all right.
I don't know if you did, mate.
I recall it one good window. Yeah.
This one's all right. This one's
winning the window.
Who's won the window?
Liverpool won the window.
Liverpool. That's not even a.
There's not even a second play. Or Chelsea might come second.
Yeah, that is an outrageous window.
Living. Imagine that.
What about Arsenal? Can we talk about Arsenal for a minute?
What you can do? What their defeat yesterday? You got to bring them into it, yeah.
Well, I'm just saying, you know, they've made some signings, and I'm not that convinced.
What about Gorkarez?
Gorkarez, mate, looks like you playing up front.
Me up top with a wig on.
Seriously?
Mate, he looks wooden.
Yeah, he looks a bit.
No, tell you what. I tell you what.
He looks a bit stiff.
Jesus. He looks overweight, not fit, right? So they can get that right, hopefully for them, right? But there's not a lot of. God, when you see him trying to get him, dearie me.
You couldn't get him behind.
No, he's not getting him.
Let's go to CJ. He's Arsenal fan. CJ.
All right, CJ.
You're right, lads.
How you feeling?
Honestly, shambles game. Shambles.
It wasn't. I mean, look, it wasn't a great spectacle, but you lost it.
I just think. Listen, if you're Martin, go on.
What do you make of Gyökeres at the moment? He don't look. Maybe he's not fit, but
it's been 3 games though.
I know.
Like, give him a chance.
Ekitike scored 3 and 3, by the way.
Yeah, but either way, it's still been 3 games, and we've been playing so back-footed. It's crazy. Like Declan Rice against Liverpool was playing in between the centre backs. He's got no creativity coming to him. There's only so much he can do.
Why didn't Eze come on earlier? I mean,
ask Mikel Arteta. Honestly, you got Ranieri, Odegaard, and Eze sitting on the bench, and you decide to start Mikel Merino, who looked like he was playing on a stadium tour.
I've got to say though, I thought first half. Right, I thought Arsenal done right first half. They took the sting out the crowd, right? I know,
but that's just how they play. They're so boring.
They are a bit dull. They've gone a bit longer.
You've got Eze. I just think Arteta went to draw the game. We need risk takers, and I think Odegaard, if you're captain, if you're fit enough to be on the bench, you've got to be telling the manager you need to start one of the biggest games of the season.
If he's not fit, if he can't do 90 minutes, then I understand that, right? And
I'm going to be honest though, right? I'm not convinced. Arsenal, he can't. Do you know, like Liverpool, Man City, when they go at it, then they were in that era where they're playing great football. You know, going after teams, turn up, crashing after them.
Yeah.
And I watch Arsenal. I'm like, they turn up, they play Man City, they camp in, nick a draw. They play Liverpool. They go to Anfield, try and nick a draw, get beat. I'm like.
But you've seen it before.
Is that what you want? Is that champions? Is that what is going to win you the Premier League? I'm not. You signed all these attacking players. You signed all these great players.
Okay, listen.
What are they? Is this what they are? Set piece merchants that can go away from home against the Big Six and we've got a good record against the Big Six. Because you try and nick draws.
The thing is, right, they've done it against United, right? Didn't play well, come away, and the Arsenal fans say, we don't care, first game of the season. I thought at half-time, Liverpool is an odd performance from Liverpool first half. I was expecting more from them. But the truth is, right, I've seen all 3 Liverpool games live, watched all 90 minutes of every game. They could have drawn all 3 of those games. They could be sitting on 3 points right now, but they're not. They're sat on 9. Right? Bournemouth, 2-2 with minutes to go, win 4-2. Newcastle, down to 10 men, 2-2. They score a last-second winner. Arsenal, there wasn't a lot between the 2 teams. There wasn't, right? It's a brilliant free kick. They've got 9 points out of 9. And I'm looking at Liverpool going, I don't quite know. They're doing it again.
Do you think you've thrown it away, CJ, already, Arsenal?
We started Martinelli. Well, what else do you expect?
Who would you have started?
Eze on the we signed a new. Listen, first game of the season, Liverpool started every single one of their new signings. Bert, even though he went missing, started. Ekitike started and scored a break.
No, I totally agree with you. He's fit. Eze's fit. It's not like he's coming back. It's not like what you're going to see with Isak, right, Liverpool, where he hasn't played for the the last game of last season, right? He ain't trained much from what we know. Eze's fit.
Yeah.
He played against Chelsea first game of the season.
Yeah.
He's fit. He's match fit. Yeah, I don't get that.
Yeah. CJ, listen, thanks for your call. Arsenal fans, obviously, get involved in the show. You can have your say. And they're getting the excuses in already. David Ray was blaming the ball, which is I see over the weekend.
Mate, it's a bit of a tricky one. The ball,
it's a bit round.
It's a bit round, and it bounces, mate.
Yeah,
it's a bit bouncy.
It's a bit bouncier.
It's a bouncy ball.
It's a bit light.
It's a bit light. Goes in the no. Come on,
It moves. It moves.
It does when it's been hit.
Yeah. 03717 22 3344. This is the Sports Bar on talkSPORT. Me, Jamie O'Hara, Jason Cundy, going to be joined by Ben Jacobs soon. We've opened the floor, though, to all the fans. Come on, tell us your thoughts on your club's business, because the transfer deadline day is done. 03 717 22 33 Let's go to let's go to Theo. He's a Liverpool fan. Theo.
All right, Theo.
Oh, you're right, man. How you doing?
All right, matey. How are you? You happy?
Well, couldn't have gone much better, could it? I mean, obviously there was Mark Gahey. We could have gotten. But yeah, no, I think it's 9 out of 10 window, I'd say.
Are you disappointed you didn't get Gahey over the line? Feel like you needed him. They scuppered the deal last minute.
I think it's a bit disgraceful how Crystal Palace treated it all, really, and how they sort of managed it. You know, they let him do the medical. They agreed a deal with Liverpool, and then they couldn't get it over the line and kind of break their promise. I mean, it's clear to see, really, that from what Alexander Isak did and how he got his Liverpool move, and then Mark Gahey was arguably more professional than Alexander Isak and didn't get the move. Does that then mean that you have to actually...
Sorry. Let's rewind a little bit, right? You know he's under contract with Crystal Palace, yeah?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
What have Crystal Palace done wrong?
Well, I mean, they agreed a deal with Liverpool. They said he could go for a medical.
Yeah.
And then they pulled the plug on it because they couldn't get it sorted out.
What's wrong with that? Sorry, am I losing? Am I missing something here? What's wrong with that?
Well, there's plenty wrong with it, and it's also not a very smart business move, is it? If you're going to get 35 million,
what's it to you? Why do you care?
And then
Why do you care about? Let me ask you this, right? Right? So you've got a leaky roof. Okay, you got a leaky roof.
That's Old Trafford,
right?
Yeah.
Who's a Liverpool fan? You good?
Are you sure you're asking me the right question here and not Man United fan?
Yeah, exactly. Good point. Right, but you get someone in to do your roof.
Here we go.
All right. No, I'm trying to just, I'm
Come on in.
I'm trying to get right.
Get on with it.
You've got a bit of a leaky roof. It's not leaking that badly, right? You've got a leaky roof, and you want to get someone in to do the leaky roof, and you agree someone to get that leaky roof done, right? And all of a sudden it leaks. It's starting to leak really badly now, right? Really badly. And someone pulls the trigger and said, "Look, sorry, I've got to take I can't give you my services." Whose fault's that?
I don't know if that's a great analogy, you know.
I should have gone for United fans, shouldn't I?
It's not great, that.
I tell you what, let me change.
Bang average. That's one of your worst.
It's not great, is it?
No.
Okay, what about a flat tyre? Right? You've got a flat tyre. I'm going with this.
No, you don't even know what you're trying to say.
I know I'm trying to say.
No, you don't.
I do know.
You're getting it all wrong in your head. You're saying it out on national radio and it's all wrong.
Hold on. Have you got a car, Theo?
Yes.
Right, you got a car. Right. Have you got a flat tyre?
No.
You haven't. Let's pretend for the sake of this conversation you got a flat tyre. All right?
Okay.
All right? Now, just move on. Let's move on.
Oh, Theo. Listen.
I can't quite pull it
You haven't got Mark Gahey over the line. Crystal Palace had to look after
Still got a leaky roof and a flat tyre.
Yeah. You know, but look, you might get him in January. If they pay the money, you might get him in January. Crystal Palace couldn't let Mark Gahey go because they didn't have a replacement.
No. They didn't have a spare tyre or didn't have someone to fit the roof. Yeah, I've got it. I pulled it round, Jay. I saved it, Jay. Saved it.
Didn't have a spare tyre.
Didn't have a spare tyre, right? What are you going to do?
Wasn't there, mate. You weren't in the boot.
No.
So what'd you do?
Yeah, what are you doing?
What am I doing about a flat tyre?
Yeah.
Right, listen. You got a flat tyre. Who's got the flat tyre? Has he got a flat tyre? Yeah, you got a flat tyre.
I'm going from a flat tyre from Mark Gahey to a flat tyre.
Yeah, but you need a spare. There's no spare.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Your Crystal Palace got flat tyre.
That's it. That's the one. I've got it right.
Yeah.
What's happened to your roof? Is your roof still leaking, Theo?
It wasn't leaking in the first place.
Poor Theo's phoned us up talking about Mark Gahey. He's talking about leaky roof and a flat tyre. What are you on about? They couldn't let him go, mate. Simple as that.
Go back to the flat tyre. I'll let you
let him go. They had no spare in the boot.
Go on.
Crystal Palace, they had the flat tyre. They were prepared to let it. They thought they had a spare.
They patched it up.
They patched it up. They thought they had a spare. Right. The spare weren't in the boot. When they opened the boot, the spare weren't there.
Yeah, there you go. That's it.
So they're like, what are we gonna do? We're gonna have to go home on a flat.
Yeah. What are you doing in that situation? What are you doing?
We're gonna put some air in it, pump it up, and it gets us home.
Yeah. What are you doing?
January, we'll get a spare.
Well, if I'm Crystal Palace, they wouldn't have just one backup option or just one option.
Well, you need two spares in the boot.
No one who carries two spares in the boot?
No one carries two spares.
No one does that.
No one.
Well, it's probably the smart move, isn't it?
It's what?
It's a smart move.
Probably the smart move, isn't it?
No, but...
Have two spare
smart move to a spare tyre?
Who carries two spare tyres in their boot? No one does. Mind you, they have the space savers.
What?
Because you have a space saver and a flat and another one that blows up.
Run flats. That's what you needed. You need run flats.
You need the spray. Is that the spray?
Yeah, the spray's run.
See, in that scenario, right, Theo, what are you doing?
What am I doing in what scenario?
Right, you got a flat tyre. The spare isn't pumped up in the boot, right? And the space saver, you need to get air in it. What are you doing in that scenario?
You're doing what Palace have done, aren't you, Theo? You're just going home on the flat.
You're going home on the flat.
You're going home on the flat, mate. We'll figure it out at home. We're not doing it now. Yeah. You know what? Yeah. It's late. Yeah. It's dark. AA, you're going to take 5 hours. I'm just going to go home. I'm just going to drive home on the flat and make it work. And in January, I'll get a contract with the AA.
Is that what you're doing?
What? I need to wait until January to get a flat tyre?
No, you're joining the AA in January now. That's gone. You can't join the AA until January.
Why am I wanting to join the AA?
Because you just can't. Your credit card's expired. Something like that's happened. You can't use it. The window's
shut. That's it. No more contracts.
So what are you doing in that scenario?
Well, I'll probably try and call a mate and see if they've got a spare tyre.
It's a good point.
It's a great shout.
Yeah.
But your mates, the window's shut. You can't call a mate anymore. Your mate was Steve Parrish. That was your mate.
I'll probably try calling one of my family members then.
No, it's not going to happen, mate. Yeah. It's not. It's over. See? Yeah, See, there you go. Yeah. Explained beautifully.
Explained brilliantly well there. That's what you get, the riveting analysis on talkSPORT Sports Spa. Keep your calls coming in. 03 717 22 3344.
For every good signing a club makes, there's bound to be a few that don't work out. And Man United have certainly had their fair share of those, especially since the end of their golden age under Sir Alex Ferguson. Here are just some of the Red Devils' worst signings since Fergie. First up, Alexis Sanchez. Sanchez joined United from Arsenal back in 2018 and became the highest paid player in the Prem. He'd averaged almost 1 goal every 2 games for the Gunners, but in his 45 games for Man United, he only managed 5 goals. Not what you want from a star striker. Next up, Radamel Falcao. He earned himself the nickname the Tiger for his sheer efficiency and the way he used to pounce upon the mistakes of defenders. But at Man United, he was way more pussycat than Tiger, to be honest. All he managed in 29 Man United games was 4 goals. Moving on, things couldn't have gone much worse for Jadon Sancho at Man United. Yeah, it would have been hard to outdo his Borussia Dortmund form, but 12 goals in 83 games is not great. Things got worse after a public fallout with manager Erik ten Hag. Sancho said he was being made a scapegoat. Ten Hag said there'd been a discipline issue. It all ended up with Sancho going back to Germany. Next, Erik ten Hag probably thought he was being smart in sticking to what he knew when he signed Antony from his former club Ajax. But the £86 million Brazilian hasn't really been able to hack it in the Prem. Chances are Antony's Man United days are numbered. Next, the curse of the Man United number 7 shirt. Not an easy act following Ronaldo, Cantona, Beckham and George Best, but Memphis Depay was another striker who was apparently allergic to scoring for United. He scored just 7 in 53 appearances, a huge letdown since he'd helped PSV win the Dutch league just a season before joining. Last one, Angel Di Maria was set to be United's landmark signing when he joined in 2014, but 1 season later he was already on his way out. 4 goals in 32 games was just not good enough, given he'd broken the British record transfer fee when he signed. And those are just a few examples. To be honest, the list could go on and on. Unfortunately, that's probably why Man United haven't won the Prem for a while, and why it might take a few more years before they're in contention again.
And welcome to the Sports Bar on talkSPORT. Me, Jamie O'Hara and Jason Cundy are going to be taking more of your calls. Come and tell us your thoughts on your club's business. 03 717 22 33 But first, it's been a massive transfer deadline day here on talkSPORT, and it's time to take a look at some of the latest deals with talkSPORT Bet.
Bring it on with talkSPORT Bet. Download the app or visit talksportbet.com for all the latest odds and offers. 18 plus, gambleaware.org.
Transfer deadline day with me, Jim White, and we are live on talkSPORT.
Ball given away to Isak. There's his goal. Alexander Isak.
Worth the wait. On a 3-word tweet. Alexander Isak confirmed as a Liverpool player.
And another attacker, along with Nick Voltemada, is about to come in. Johan Wissa from Brentford will join. He's in Newcastle.
I mean, one stinker goes out, one stinker comes in. Well done, Newcastle. You've got one coming in doing the same thing to Brentford that you were complaining about.
The young goalkeeper from Royal Antwerp, we're hearing, is travelling to Manchester, and it would appear that this is on €21 million, no sell on 5-year contract.
Some breaking news. It's our understanding that Liverpool and Crystal Palace have agreed a fee for Mark Guéhi.
This could be the best transfer window a club's ever had.
Good drop to Guéhi. Guéhi with a curler! What a moment!
Does he stay or does he go now? That's the burning question that we've been asking for the past couple of hours. That move to Liverpool is off.
I think Guéhi will be devastated.
There is a chance
that this opportunity might not come for him again. But it just shows you that sometimes being professional, doing things the right way, doesn't get you what you want.
Oliver Glasner, the Crystal Palace manager, has played a direct role in this deal not going through because he threatened to walk away from Palace if his captain was sold without a replacement coming in.
Transfer deadline day. Expect the unexpected.
Yeah, been a crazy day live on the talkSPORT network. Joining us now to run through some of the deadline days deals is talkSPORT's transfer guru, Ben Jacobs. Right, Ben?
Benny boy.
Guys.
Been a busy day for you, I bet.
It has. The Isak news broke at almost 12:30 last night, up at 4 o'clock, and now we're heading towards midnight again, and it's been that kind of bonkers window.
Yeah, I mean, look, just on the Isak deal, it's 125 million quid. I mean, they've doubled their money, Newcastle. They can't complain.
Yeah, 125 million. I think it's a deal that suits all parties. It was untenable for Isak to stay. He told the club he wanted to leave a year ago. Then again, in April, Liverpool stuck to their valuation within reason. They indicated they wanted to pay 120 million. They got it done for 125. That's not a huge hike in what they said to Newcastle United much earlier in the window. And from Newcastle's point of view, I know 150 million was quoted, but they've got 130 million because there's a 5 million or so solidarity payment on top of what Liverpool are paying. So that doesn't come from Liverpool, but it's worth 130 million to Newcastle. And I think that was always their number, over 150. Isak wears number 9. And you know what his first home Premier League game is? A Merseyside derby.
If he starts. And thing is, we expect him on the bench, right? He's not had much game time, so you expect him to
He needs to get fitness.
But he goes away with Sweden. That money that Newcastle has spent, not totally convinced it's the best way to spend it, but they might have been squeezed a bit. Visser, 55 million, 29 years of age. It's high end there. I know Liverpool played high end, but talk about the age of the two players, two very different players, two very different style of players.
Yeah, I think that's probably the difference between these two type of deals, that there was urgency for Newcastle to resolve Isak so Liverpool could stick to their valuation, whereas Newcastle needed an attacker and Brentford didn't want to sell. So suddenly 35, 45, 55.
Amazing, actually. Brilliant from Brentford.
Yeah, and I mean, they did the same with Mbumo, where there's over a 20 million difference between the first bid and the last bid for both of those deals. So Brentford were very tough negotiators. They got their money. They can invest that now in future windows. But Wisser only wanted Newcastle. It's his only time in his career, in his eyes anyway, that he gets to play Champions League football. And I think it's telling that after Nick Voltemade sold total package 70 million, the Wisser price became not 45 but 55, because 70 plus 55 is 125, exactly the same as the Isak price. And I think when you're dealing with Newcastle, you basically are saying to them, we're going to make damn sure you spend all of the Isak money.
I mean, when you look at it and you go like that, that's why they were like, we want 125, and they've managed to get two deals over the line for 125. So
yeah, Newcastle won't be disappointed either, right? I mean, they got two for the price of one. No one's in Isak.
Yeah.
I get that, but they've got two different type of players that can do, I suppose, in some ways similar roles to what Isak supplied. Because running in behind, hold up play, it's hard to. You're going to get the same Isak play.
What I would say as well, just briefly though, is we should give Newcastle credit, because everyone's going to talk about Isak, but if you put that in a bubble, if it's possible in this window, and then you look not just at Wisser and Voltemade, but Elanga and Jacob Ramsey and Aaron Ramsdale, then that is a pretty productive window of incomings, and most of them came quite late in the window under difficult circumstances.
Look, there's loads of deals to go at. What has been like the ones that have maybe gone under the radar, Ben? Has there been a few movements where you go, oh, that needed him? I mean, I'm seeing Ben Chilwell, he's gone to Strasbourg.
Yeah.
You know, what's been the ones that have gone under the radar, do you think?
Yeah, I think Ben Chilwell and Raheem Sterling going nowhere both went under the radar a little bit. And what next for Sterling now? There are some other windows open, but he really wants to stay in London. He's not going to get many opportunities at Chelsea. It's a World Cup year. I know it feels odd to say that with Sterling, but Thomas Tuchel's proving he's happy to pick older players based on one season of form, which is good news for Ivan Toney in Saudi or Jack Grealish. Ben Chilwell going to Strasbourg. I think in the end there was again no option, and it was better for Blueco to say, what if we send you to Strasbourg, go and play European football, and again in a World Cup year, because don't forget one thing, Thomas Tuchel loves Ben Chilwell, so there is still a chance that he could make the World Cup squad. Alexander Zinchenko loaned to Forest in the final minutes of the window. That one was very interesting. Nicholas Jackson, I know the deal was highly publicised, it being off and then on, but maybe what's gone under the radar is the fact that in the 24 hours that it was resurrected, it went from a loan with a buy to a loan with a conditional obligation. And if Jackson plays enough games, that's a permanent exit. So actually, after all of the drama, Chelsea will probably feel they've got an excellent price and a better deal.
Sticking with Chelsea, Raheem Sterling is still a Chelsea player. I'm slightly surprised at that. I know he wanted to stay in London, so that limits the choice that he would have had. What happens with him? I mean, I know what happens with him right now, but what do you think is going to be the future for him?
Yeah, I think the downside for Sterling is also in another underrated story. Tyreek George didn't go to Fulham. That was called off. So Chelsea have suddenly got another attacker, and George is more likely to be integrated because he was always in the squad. Sterling was in the bomb squad, and given that Jamie Gittins, Alejandro Garnacho, Giovanni Quenda coming, another left-sided attacker that Chelsea sees as a winger, not a fullback, Sterling is way, way down the pecking order. I'm told he's been very professional during all of this. He was waiting for Chelsea to present options. He was prepared to make a wage concession. There was half a chance of Fulham at one point and even West Ham. But now I think you have to forget about a bomb squad and work out how you integrate these players that are still there. Axel Disasi, to my knowledge, didn't get a late window move either. West Ham got called off, and obviously these players need game time. But I suspect what happens is that they have to sit it out. They're not in matchday squads, and then there's real urgency now to plan for January.
Is there any deals that are still ongoing that have not been confirmed yet?
Yeah, the big one that hopefully will be confirmed soon, but I'm not aware of it being announced yet. I'm thinking maybe around midnight, not in doubt, is this double goalkeeper swoop from Manchester City. Ederson out to Fenerbahce, which was a surprise because it was Galatasaray for much of the window. That's a 14 million euros, about 12 million quid deal. And then Gigi Donnarumma, one of the best goalkeepers in the world, outstanding in PSG's victorious Champions League campaign. But Lucas Chevalier came in and PSG wanted Donnarumma out because his wage was really high. Only 1 year left on the contract. So it suited all parties to sell now rather than let his contract run down and PSG reduce the fee as a result because they don't want to be paying him a wage and then lose him on a free transfer. So Man City got a deal done for a goalkeeper that PSG says is worth 50 million euros for only 30 million euros. And what it means is Ederson out, Donnarumma in at the Etihad Stadium.
I think he'll do all right, Donnarumma. I know you're not convinced of his feet and stuff, but
do you know what? I've
big game player, mate.
Yes, he is, but he's 26. I've never been totally convinced by him, but the last 6 months of this year, when the Champions League, he did nothing but produce performances that have elevated him. So, but PSG have decided they don't want him, and once that decision's made, he's gone.
Ben, who do you think's going to be disappointed with their window?
Fulham to an extent, although they brought in a couple of late attackers. Kevin getting over the line feels important for them in particular. It was difficult for West Ham for much of it. But what this deadline day in August shows you is if you judge a window day one, month one, then it skews because West Ham won a 3-0 Premier League game comfortably at Forest. And Mateus Fernandes, excellent. Jared Bowen, Paqueta did the celebration showing he was staying. And you suddenly think, on their day, they could actually be decent with a few shrewd signings. But I think Fulham will be disappointed overall. Not many others that I can think of that come to mind. There's one or two missed targets or positions. So Manchester United is the most interesting one because they added 2 quality number 10s. Benjamin Sesko, they spent more than people realise. They brought in a late goalkeeper. But maybe on deadline day, if you'd have said Lamens or Emi Martinez, and if you'd have said goalkeeper or midfielder, Manchester United fans might have said, just go for Martinez and get rid of Onana. And then if you're going to do nothing in one of the 2 positions, stick with Onana until January and add a quality elite midfielder. So there's a hole there, but I think in fairness, Manchester United were not able to have a huge window, so it might take time. And Villa might feel it's a little bit hit and miss as well. Harvey Elliott, outstanding signing, same for Jadon Sancho as well. But they are only loans with various buy conditions, and I think that shows you that Villa's financial position is a little bit perilous. They've satisfied PSR for the last financial year, but I still think unless they qualify for Champions League this season, we might come back to next summer and outgoings may still be needed.
All right, Ben, you're a star, mate. Appreciate it.
Guys.
Thanks for coming on. That was the latest from Ben Jacobs, our transfer guru. You can keep your calls going in. We're going to take them next. 03 717-223344. You're listening to the Sports Bar on talkSPORT with talkSPORT Bet. Download the new talkSPORT Bet app today. 18 plus. Begin with dog.
Bring it on with talkSPORT Bet. Download the app or visit talksportbet.com for all the latest odds and offers. 18 plus. Gambleaware.org.
Yeah, you're listening to the Sports Bar on talkSPORT. Me, Jamie O'Hara and Jason Cundy are going to be looking back at a massive weekend of Premier League football. Arsenal, Spurs and Man City all lost. But we've opened the floor to all fans. Give us a call. Are you happy with your team's business? 03 717 223344. Earlier on in the show, Alexander Isak, his deal was done. And Jason Cundy said he's a legend at Newcastle for what he'd done at the football club. Let's ask Jack. He's a Newcastle fan. All right, Jack?
Right, Jackie boy.
Hello, lads. How you doing?
I'm all right, Jack. You happy that he's gone? He's over the line? You finally you can move on?
I think both sets of fans are happy. It is a strange one, isn't it? Because he's like 125 million start of the window. Everyone's demanding 150. Won't take any less. I think 125 is ripping someone's arms out for someone that was never wanting to play for work. Back end of last season, you can tell he just down tools, didn't want to play. Callum Wilson said to Shea Given when they were doing punditry, he's told Eddie Howe, he's told the whole squad, Isak does not want to be there, he's not even trying for anymore.
He didn't down tools last season.
Wait, I think he did. If you look at the game against Brentford, definitely down tools, comes off injured, doesn't look like he wants to be there. He was gutted when we got to the Champions League, devastated. He did down tools. I know he scored in the final, but that's the only thing he really did.
I know he scored in the final.
I do get your point. It does sound a little bit ridiculous. But why would,
just a
why
bit.
Would strike up
Come on, you
forward
can't say
promote
down
his team,
tools
not
last
trying
season.
anymore?
That's not fair. Come on.
He did at the end of the season. He wanted a move. He knew he was wanting a move. He told the last
When did
year
he
wanted
down?
a
Okay,
move.
when did he down tools? Give me the game that he down tools.
Brentford.
Wales.
Well, every game after Brentford. You could tell back end of last season, last 6-7 games, didn't want to be there, didn't want us to qualify for Champions League.
I mean, honestly, this is absolute rubbish. No, you're talking rubbish.
Nonsense! You haven't got a clue.
I don't sound like that, I'll tell you.
He didn't want to qualify for the Champions League.
No, because then it would have scuppered his plans to have an.
Well, obviously didn't.
It didn't.
Eventually, it didn't. But he's been crying all summer for it.
No, I don't know whether that's true. You know.
Do you think he's a legend, though, Jack? Would you give him that?
Well, he can't be a legend. He's only scored about 60 goals for us, roughly.
Do you know he had a penalty against Brighton, right? 4th of May, right? 89th minute, you were losing 1-0. Away at Brighton. Who scored it? To make sure you get Champions League football. 4th of May. Who scored that penalty?
It may have been Isak. Listen.
What do you mean it might have been Isak? It was Isak.
He's not mine. Strike a partner. Claiming his partner doesn't want to be at the club. He's down.
3 games from the end of the season.
Mate, yeah. He
Well,
didn't
for
want to be there, lad. There was evident he was coming off injured with big injuries. Didn't want to be there at all.
But
anyway,
so
I
he's
think
not a
it's
legend.
deal.
He doesn't think he's a legend, mate. He can't be a legend.
Is Dan Burn a legend?
Dan Burner's 100% a legend.
We scored in the final, and so did Isak.
Means nothing. Dan Burns actually wanting to play for the badge.
No, that's not what I asked. We played for the badge. I mean, he scored in the final. They both scored in the final.
It's what you do. It's not what you do with your right boot, is it? It's just not. It's what you do for the whole club, for the city, for the fans, how you treat people. Being a legend is just not, oh, wait, I've scored a worldie. Doesn't matter if it's final or not. He didn't really do huge amounts in that cup run.
You fans.
He just didn't. He just didn't do much of it all.
Would you have won it without him? Is that what you're saying?
I think we genuinely would have.
Come on, mate.
But I think getting this kind of money for Isak is awesome. I think it's literally a silver bullet PSR terms. I think it's unbelievable. Now we can buy players and start trading players and.
No, you're best off without him.
You spent it already, by the way. You spent that 125 million.
Gone.
It's gone.
I mean, we haven't spent anything in the last 3-4 windows.
I know, but you spent the Isak money. You got 125 million, and you spent 125 million on 2 players.
It's gone.
Amortization. We've got all the amortization. You can spend a lot more than what you make. So, but yeah, I just think it's a silver bullet for us. We've got Coutinho money for about the next 7 years. We'll be challenging in the next
7 years. You're going to spend that money?
Wait, they're still spending Coutinho money now.
Liverpool spending Coutinho money. Yeah, they'll try and tell you that.
Jack, listen, mate. Thanks
Cheers,
for your
Jack.
call, top man. Let's go to Colin in the shed. He's a Man United fan. All right, Cole.
All right, Cole.
Good evening, Jason.
How are you, matey? You good?
All right, mate.
Oh, I thought United had a great window. And I'll tell you a reason why. We know it's not going to fix everything in the first window, but we address the attack, which we've replaced with 3 players. We've done well on PSR. We've got rid of the bomb squad, which is 8 players on 200+ million pounds, 200+ a week, which is ridiculous money, and we've got rid of them. But also, here's the big thing, which is what this PSR is all about. We've got 14 players who've gone out on loan from the academy, which has taken them off the wage bill, but it's given them experience. And we've put in the centre-back Evans, who's going to look after those guys. And if they make it, great. If they don't, they're going to be transferred. So it's been a good window. We've got 2 more.
You still ain't got
windows.
a centre midfielder player, though.
No,
Cole.
you're absolutely right. No,
And you've got a keeper you don't know who's going to be any good.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
And you still got bang average centre halves.
No, I did disagree with her. I think the bang average centre halves is not true.
What about your wing backs?
That man, the wing back. Missouri's fine. Deco, the
Fine.
left back guy.
Fine.
No, he's good. He's a good player. He's better than Dallo. I'd have told him. I'd have drove him to wherever he wanted to go, to be honest. But the thing about it is, we're not going to solve it in one window. We know that. We're not going to spend like Liverpool have. What, Liverpool, £400,000. Fair play to them. They'll win the league this year. And oh, God, did I say that? That come out, did I?
Yeah.
My brain
They're going to move even further away from Man United.
What about who's sitting in the dugout, though?
How do you mean? Well, if he doesn't show well by Christmas, he will be gone, and McKenna will come in, and he'll change it to a back four, I believe.
Kieran McKenna.
Just said it was a good window. That sounds like you.
No, it's a good window. It's a good window. We're going to take 2 or 3 windows to get the.
Oh right, so this is the beginning of all the windows, is it?
But I think the first window we need to address the attack. We didn't have an attack, and now we have. And that's fine. What we've got to do now is the next window. I mean, we might buy a midfielder, and I don't know if we buy a goalkeeper, but certainly buy a midfielder in the next window, January.
Right.
All right, Cole, listen, mate, thanks for your call.
Let's see what it's United, you know, next 3, 4, 5 games up until the next international break.
Yeah.
They've got City away. What about City?
No, Man City.
What's happening there?
Don't know.
Mind you, mate, is that a relegation battle already?
A relegation 6-pointer.
Mate, El Crapico. We've got El Crapico 4 games in. City versus United. It's like going back to the 70s, mate.
Oh, come on.
Isn't it? It is.
Come on.
El Crapico.
I'm not convinced.
Or is it El Sakico?
No, you can't sack Pep. Pep can't get sacked.
Not yet.
What do you mean not yet? You can never get sacked. He'll never get sacked at Man City.
Well, if they get relegated.
No, you ain't sacking him. Be a good manager in the Championship.
We're getting promoted.
Getting promoted. Yeah, you ain't. Who do you want in the Championship?
Yeah, I don't know where Pep can handle it in the
on Tuesday night, Stoke. Wrexham away.
Good team, mate, Wrexham. Don't knock them. Imagine that. El Crapico. Someone's going to drop points. That's the funny thing. Someone's going to drop points.
Yeah. It's a bumper show when we come back.
I mean, what happened there, by the way? Leading 1-0, cruising. Brighton done it again. Pulled their pants down, tickled their bum.
No, but man, just look shaky at the back.
Yeah, they're not right, are they? They're not right, mate.
No, they're not there. They're not there at all. I'm not convinced they're any good. Loads to go at. Keep your calls coming in. We're going to take calls up until midnight tonight. I think it's only right. 03717 22 3344.
Fran Shapes? Is that your deadline dance? Deadline day dance?
You're listening to the Sports Bar Talk Sport. Me, Jamie O'Hara, Jason Cundy. You're going to bring you back pages as soon as they come in. I'm sure there's going to be a lot to go at. But we're taking calls. 03 717 22 3344. Let's go to Louis. He's a Crystal Palace fan. All right, Lou?
All right, Louis.
Evening, gents. How you doing?
I'm all right, mate. To you? How you feeling?
Relieved.
You feeling glad all over?
I'm glad he's still here.
Right.
I don't understand why we would have possibly sanctioned a deal at this time.
Well, because he's got a year left. That's why.
If you're going to let him go, you've got to let him go earlier on the window to get a replacement in. You can't sanction a deal with that amount of time left to go in the window. And I think Blasner, from what it looks like online, what people have been saying, that he's basically threatened to walk if they sanction the deal. And I think every single Palace fan will agree that he's an absolute legend for doing that. And the success that he's brought to us last year, even if go for a free, he's a club legend and he's probably one of the best ever Palace centre-backs to ever be at the club.
Yeah, fair play. You know what? He's a good manager, Glasner. I'll tell you what, you've got a good manager there because you seem to sell players like your best players, but you still produce. You still got a good team. Like, play against you, it's hard. So he's done a great job. I'd be more worried about you losing him.
Okay, I'm glad you said that. Here's the thing, right? It's all well and good keeping getting. I get that, right? A manager wants the best tools he can work with, right? But from what we know, that relationship is under a bit of pressure. Who knows what's going to happen in the coming weeks, months, right? There's going to be a big job that comes up. He's got a year left in his contract, Glasner. Is that true?
He's got a year left.
Right.
Obviously, it doesn't help the fact that Ten Hag's obviously been sacked, and obviously he knows the German division well. So,
yeah, I'd be worried. I agree with Jay. I'd be worried that he might decide because if they were going to sell Gehi, right? And I get it from Steve Parish's point of view. I totally understand it. £35 million. It's a huge amount of money for Palace just to lose next year. Who knows?
It is a lot of money, but obviously with the team, and obviously you gents probably watched the game the other night, and the way we've played so far this season, if we are up the table this year and we go and win a European trophy and get into the Europa League, that 35 million are near enough to be covered anyway.
You're 100% right. That's the balance. And the fact they turned down 65 million, rumoured to be from Newcastle this time last year, you go on to win the FA Cup and the Community Shield, so you know, it's proven right to keep Gehi then.
Palace fan will agree that 65 million, but my dad's 65 years old, never witnessed Palace win anything, and we're both in each other's arms at the end of the day, at the end of the game, crying our eyes out because it's a piece of magic, isn't it, that might never, ever happen again.
That's a bit harsh from the guys behind the goal.
He's a good player. Fair play to...
No, listen, he showed yesterday, by the way, how good was he yesterday?
Yeah.
It makes everything look so easy, mate. Everything's so easy.
No, he's top draw.
Reminds me a little bit of Thiago Silva, you know.
I think a lot of...
Honestly, I know that's huge hype, but the way he just never, ever seems to get himself in a situation they can't do. Thiago Silva just used to read the game. He reads the game so well.
Yeah. No, he's class.
Adam Walton is obviously a fantastic talent as well, and also as well, even if Gay does go for a free, I think everyone knows that Walton's probably going to go next summer, and he's going to make up a lot of the profit that we lose on Gay anyway.
Yeah. Well, you need to replace him, that'd be for sure. Louis, thanks for your call. I'm going to go to David. He's a Liverpool fan, right, Dave?
Right, Dave-o.
Hello, guys. You all right?
Yeah,
right, Dave-o.
I'm all right, Dave. Look, just been talking about Mark Gay. We got your main man, Isak. It's a hell of a window, this, for Liverpool. You've gone big.
We have, yeah. We done really well. It's a good window. I'm just quite happy because I'm relieved actually because Gomez was linked with a move in the morning to AC Milan. Imagine if Liverpool had sold Gomez and then Gay had the plug had been pulled.
Yeah.
I think they cover those deals, though.
I think they do.
It's not often clubs get themselves in a situation where one goes and the other one doesn't come in. They're pretty...
It's a domino effect.
Yeah, that happens, then that happens. It coincides. They wouldn't have left themselves... Well, it's happened before, I'm sure, but yeah.
I'm happy with... I'm disappointed we're not getting Gay because I think, obviously, he's a really good player, and for what we were getting him for, I think it would have really been... Obviously, added great depth to our centre-backs. The only thing I would say about Gay, it's just interesting now what players are going to do now going forward, because let's be realistic about this. Gay has acted great all the way through. He's been committed to Palace. He's played when he's had to play. But then he hasn't got what he wanted.
Yeah, I know.
Isak, who's kicked up a fuss, acted like I wasn't a fan of Isak's actions, but it's an end to a means for him. He'll be sitting there now thinking, I've got what I wanted. Gay did everything by the book. Have you seen the video on social media of the goodbye video that's been released?
I've not seen it properly. I've heard of it, but I've not seen it properly.
Yeah,
but
that's what I mean. I'm just imagining what headspace Gay will be in at the moment, because I think psychologically as a player, he's probably got himself into the mindset, I'm going now.
But you know what? He's had it before with Newcastle, right? And the deal hasn't happened. Everyone says, this move might not happen. Well, let me tell you now, a big move is going to come his way. He's going to leave at the end of the season or January. They sign a pre-contract somewhere. He is going to be playing for one of the top 5, top 6 teams in the world next season. So, he might be disappointed that the move hasn't happened right now, but let me tell you, he's going to go and get his head down. He's playing Premier League football. He's at a club who absolutely love him, and he's going to go and he'll move on in a year's time. It's disappointing, but he's still going to have a massive team come in for him in January, or he walks at the end of the season.
Well, Liverpool are going to come back for him, aren't they? I'd be amazed if Liverpool didn't come back in January, even if
you can't sign him in January. That's the problem.
No.
Bayern Munich can.
Real Madrid can.
You can't sign him in January.
Jason.
Say again?
We can buy him, can't we?
No.
You can sign him for 20 million.
Yeah, you can buy him. But what I'm saying is he can walk on a free or sign a pre-contract agreement in January
to a European side.
A little bit like. We've seen this before. Can't give remember now who's done it, but lots of players have they sign a pre-contract agreement, right? Yeah. And once that contract's signed, the rest of their contract, there's nothing else anyone can do. Liverpool can come back in for 20 million, 15 million. But why didn't Liverpool offer 45 million? Why didn't you offer 45 million 6 weeks ago?
I suppose hindsight's a great thing, but it'd probably be in Liverpool in the mind. Probably it's like it's just brinkmanship, isn't it?
Well, you lost one. You can make an argument to say really that. Look, and I thought Konate played well yesterday. Actually, I thought it's his best game this season. And I've seen plenty of him to think there's a player in there, but he's had a shaky start. And there's a reason you're looking to sign one of the best centre halves in the country, because it's an area that needs some attention, right? I don't know why Liverpool just haven't gone in and just twisted Palace's arm and gone, here we go, now you can go in and you can do what you want. Now we're getting the extra 10 million. And you've sat now, and now he can walk, he can go for free, and you might even miss out on him in January. You know, that 20 million you're gonna offer, he could pocket that from Bayern Munich, from Barcelona, Real Madrid, whoever.
I think he looks like a homeboy to me, though. I don't think he's the type who will go abroad. I think he will stay in England, and I think.
Dave, I'm giving you 20 million in your bank in January to go and play in Spain. You going?
Well, some people. I don't know.
It's a good place. Liverpool's lovely. It's lovely. It's all right.
You can go and link up with Trent.
No, I'm giving you 20 million in your bank.
Him and Trent.
An 8-bedroom villa in Madrid.
What are you doing?
We know where you're going, Dave.
Dave's on Duolingo already.
We know where you're going, son.
He's brushing up on his.
Get a factor 50 ready.
He's practicing. He's eating tapas.
But in summary, we had a really good window. I'm positive. We're top of the league. We're on 9 points. Stock can do no wrong.
Yeah.
I think if we just keep doing what we're doing, I think come January, I still think we'll be in a good position, and then we'll take it from there.
Listen, they're going to win the league. That's for sure. Unbelievable.
He's right. They could come back, Liverpool, and didn't Real Madrid offer Liverpool 20 million for Trent?
Yeah, maybe.
Back last January, and Liverpool turned it down, right?
Maybe.
You know, so it's like offers. If Palace are still cruising in the league, by the way, Palace, what a good side they are.
Yeah, good team.
Have you seen their record recently against the big dogs?
Yeah, no, they're hard to beat, isn't
they? Gone away at Palace. They've gone away at Spurs, Chelsea, Liverpool, City. They beat Villa yesterday. They beat Villa in the FA Cup semi-final. They won the FA Cup. They won the Community Shield.
Yeah.
They've been beaten in something like 13 games against big dogs.
Yeah. No, decent side, mate. They're organised.
So they may well find themselves fishing around those European places again, and all of a sudden Steve Parish is being offered like 15 million. He's like, do you know what? No. No, I might as well hold on to him.
Yeah.
And he might go, yeah, Bayern Munich come in. 20 million in your back pocket. Wowzers.
I'm getting the old.
Where are you going?
I'm getting the Steins ready, mate. I'm off to Bayern.
You're getting your German sausage out.
Yeah,
that's what you're
sausage.
doing.
Order the German sausage.
Order the German sausage.
Yeah, loads of sausages. Yeah, get me out.
Mein Hund ist Lumpy. Know what this? Got a dog called Lumpy. It is.
Is it?
Apparently, mein Hund. Someone can correct me. Mein Hund ist Lumpy.
All right, brilliant.
Got a dog called Lumpy.
Keep your calls coming in. You have your say. We'll do one more before we move on. 03 717 22 33 44. You're listening to the Sports Bar on talkSPORT. Me, Jamie, and Jason Cundy are going to bring you tomorrow's back pages as soon as they come in. But keep your calls coming in on 03 717 22 44. Let's go to Shay. He's a Villa fan, right, Shay?
Shay.
All right, boys. How are we doing?
I'm all right, matey. Look, been a sticky start for you lot, hasn't it? How you feeling, though?
Positive. I've been last night coming home from Villa Park. I didn't feel too good, won't lie. But we've had a good few signings. I think Sancho's a bit expensive. Could have got a few other targets a bit cheaper, but overall, looking excited for from 1 point. Hopefully we can build on that.
Struggled, didn't you, really? I thought Villa, just a bit weird at the start
PSR,
of the season.
mate. That's the problem with them.
We blame PSR. We all know it's a problem, but we did shoot ourselves in the foot with the revenue to wages. Can't really. There's a lot of fans playing PSR, and PSR is obviously the main reason. But us spending that much, well, it was a flip of a coin, weren't it? With Rashford in Asensio last season, and it just obviously.
I really hate it. I really, really hate this PSR. I have to say, I can't stand it. I think it's ruining the game.
You have to sell young, homegrown talent because that is the most cost-effective way of making money. Whenever did you hear pure profit, right?
No.
It's now a conversation piece that fans are having with one another about selling one of your academy talents. And you hear the phrase, but it's pure profit.
No, but Villa have got these brilliant owners, right? They've got fantastic owners,
wealthy owners.
Wealthy owners, got a few quid, want to take the club to the next level.
Totally agree with
you.
you.
And they're hamstrung by PSR rules, and you're thinking, what's going on here? Villa are a massive football club, and they can't spend money.
Well, it's the way they've made the Super League happen, I suppose, isn't it?
Wow.
It's like they didn't allow the Super League, but they've brought it in their own little ways. So teams like Newcastle and Villa, and they get to that certain level, and they just can't get that extra bit higher because they've got to get rid of everyone.
It's so unfair because you look at the other clubs, and look, the world's full of billionaires now who want to own football clubs, and Chelsea got in early and got one with Roman, and that Man City done it, and it just feels like the other teams want to do it. They got the owners, and now they're not allowed. And it's just like, how's that right? It just doesn't. I hope that they'll look at it and be like, this can't keep going on. We can't just keep having clubs selling, women's teams, hotels, young talent coming through. You basically now all you're doing as your academy is to bring through young talent, give them a couple of games, and sell them for 30 million quid because that's
exactly
you get 30 million pound.
Where the clubs are forced to do this. It's not something they want to do. They don't want to do it.
What's the aim, Shane, now for Villa? Do you think this season?
Well, first of all, I think we've got to be positive how we've managed PSR, especially over the past 3 years. Like how we've manipulated bits and bobs and swap deals here and there and stayed in a net profit and stuff like that. We've somehow managed to get around it. So I think do a good run in the Europa League. I'm ambitious to win it. We've got the Mr. Europa League himself, but I'll just take 40 points at this point.
You're a bit. You've not scored a goal yet. You're the only team, I believe, in league football not to score a goal, which is.
Oh yeah, I know. I've been told that by my other Chelsea mates. So you and him, mate. Too.
Well, I didn't. I was just giving you info, not digging you out.
It's not the info he wanted, though, is it?
It's not the info he wanted.
Do you know what I mean?
What info do you want, Shay? Let me try and butt you up. What info do you want?
A shout out to me mate Josh Hammond.
All right.
Big Joshy H.
Big Joshy H. Yeah, he just texted us. He just texted Cundy. Just come up. He said you ain't scored a goal this season.
Oh dear.
Okay, listen, thanks for your
strays fake text.
Let's go to John. He's a Spurs fan. All right, John.
John Boy.
Hey, all right, boys. Okay.
All right, Johnny Boy.
All right, Stokesy.
Yeah, boys, very frustrated. It reminds me a bit of I've got to disagree with Josh earlier. Reminds me a bit of Gareth Bale. When we sold Gareth Bale and got all those 8 players from all around foreigners from all.
Is that where you said you sold Elvis, but you signed the Beatles? Is that what everyone was saying? The thing is, you signed the Beatles now, not when they were singing.
Some of the players, boys, that was available. Jack Grealish, only goodness knows why we didn't go for him. So you had Grealish, Bitzer available. Even Callum Wilson. I see Harvey Elliott.
Callum Wilson, are we? Come on, John. We're not going to sign Callum Wilson. He left Newcastle on a free. Why would we sign him? We've got Richarlison and Solanke.
Richarlison's nearly always injured, and Solanke seems to be
So's
injured.
Callum Wilson.
Yeah, but he was on a free. It cost nothing. Harvey Elliott.
You're saying cost nothing. You still got to pay him wages, and he's in a position that you've already got. So, if you're going to sign.
Yeah, but did you see him yesterday? The minute he come on for the Hammers.
Yeah, he's a good player, but
I'd rather him than Tell. Would you rather Callum Wilson or Tell?
They're two different positions.
You're two arguing.
Well, I'm just saying. Look.
Jamie, do you think we've had a good window?
I think we've done all right. Oh, I wouldn't say it's an amazing window, but listen, if you keep the team fit, right, the players that we've got, they're our backup. Bergvall is, he was our player of the season last season, and he's now really is the backup midfielder.
Jamie, on on Saturday, I think we had one shot.
Yeah, I know. It was a poor, it was a poor performance. But we signed 2 players since then. We signed Moani and we signed Javi Simmons.
And how good are these two? Just because they've come from abroad, how good are they?
Well, they're pretty good. Moani played in the World Cup final.
Simmons
and
is
Javi Simmons
supposed to be.
Javi Simmons is a proper player. Do you know?
They're joining Spurs though.
Why do you think our manager didn't go for Bissa, knowing that he knows him so well?
Because I think he's 29, and I don't think Daniel Levy was prepared to spend £50 million on him.
But how much did he pay on the others? Kudus, Simmons.
Yeah, but they're younger, and Kudus is a great signing. It's a great signing, Kudus. Wissa, I don't know if Daniel Levy thought that deal could have got done, and Newcastle have shown that they've had to pay over £50 million for him. He's 29.
Yeah, but it's all about winning the league the next few years.
Hold on a second. What are you on about? Sorry, John. Sorry. I had to check you were supporting that. You support Spurs, Stokesy.
Sorry, I don't mean us winning the league. I mean as in... Oh, boys, you've got to remember, I'm getting close to 60
I
now.
know, but John, we've done all right. You know, you want the dream window, of course, but...
Boys, in my life, all I want to do... You know, some people want to climb Everest, some want to bungee jump from the Great Canyon.
Yeah.
All I want to do is see Tottenham win the league. My old man took me to Spurs first, 1977. 50 years later... I still ain't seen us do it. Do you think I'll ever see us win the league?
Stokesy.
Yep.
I don't know how to break
Cheer me up, Chase. Tell me one day.
I don't know how to break this to you, bud.
I'm never going to see us
Put
win
it this
the
way.
league, am I?
Have you got kids?
Oh, well, every county, you name it.
No. Have you got kids?
Well, that's a bit... Am I ever going to see Tottenham in the league?
I don't think any Stokesy's are going to see the... I don't think it's happening, mate. If you haven't got kids, Stokesy, I think the bloodline stops with you by the sound of it.
That's just who we are, mate.
Oh, boys.
John, listen, thanks for your call, mate. I think we've done all right. Let's go to Sean, who's a Newcastle fan. Sean.
All right, Shawnee.
Sean?
Shawnee?
Sean.
Sean?
Hello, lads.
Right, Sean.
All right, Shawnee.
Hello, mate. How's it going?
All right, mate. You all right?
It's going all right, Shawnee.
Yeah, just on about Newcastle's transfer window.
Go on.
I think it's been class. Obviously, we've lost Isaac. He's an absolutely amazing player. But...
So many goals.
Oh, have we?
Oh, yeah. Go on, Shawnee.
It's been class for us, though.
Yep.
We've got... Really get.
Who? Sorry, you cut out. Sean?
You're there?
Yes. Talk.
Yeah. You should have put a transfer request in, shouldn't you?
Who?
Isaac.
Why?
He was gone.
Doesn't matter, it's done.
It's done now.
You've got 2 centre forwards in. I think you've done all right. Elanga's a good player. I think you're all right.
What the way Wizard went on. Yeah?
You're not happy? Sean?
Sean,
I don't know what's going on with
mate.
Sean.
I don't know.
It's like Sean's on Mars. Do you know what I mean? You expect a bit of delay if he's on Mars. Can't be. Now, there was
How much delay do you expect, though, if you're on Mars? I mean...
I think it's pretty good, mate. I reckon there's... what do you reckon the delay is from Mars? Now, seriously, if someone was
Satellite
speaking...
communication.
I reckon you're getting good communication.
What, good Wi-Fi?
Well,
I reckon if we
go on,
tried to get contact, I reckon 3 days.
No, you can talk... No.
You mean you got to talk to someone on Mars, Chase? There's no one there.
I know, but what would... If some... Okay, I'm going to ask you. If
Yeah, but
someone was on
there's
Mars,
robots
how long
there.
would it take for Earth to speak to that person? Right, I've got this here now, blah, 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 right, okay.
Honestly. There's robots.
Honestly, mate, this is unbelievable. And what did you say?
I said 3 days.